Hello, this is Yahweh, Elohim. I'm doing my Rockafellow files, and this particular message is a path to enlightenment, sometimes called Dharma, or the path to awakening, of the principles of economics that I use to develop philanthropy and charity. I am David Rockafellow-Banneker, Lohem, Yahweh, I am God, Elohim, truth. So, third is first. And that's the principle that I used to develop certain economic structures for philanthropy and charity. In 1938, when I finished the banking system in Granite Discovery, using Calvin Trice Spencer Murphy and Henry Ford Motors Company agreement with me. I am God, El Yahweh, and the second creator, Elohim, I am. A Henry Ford Motors Company, where Calvin Trice Spencer Murphy did use one of his computers or factory equipment to submit to Granite Discovery for the banking system in 1938 with me, Yahweh Elohim, also called Rockafellow. Third is first. In mathematics, when I created math, Pharaoh thought, the principle of the nucleus was a debate. So I created math, arithmetic, and mathematics with my name, I am Elohim, already. The nucleus is thought to be a three entity equation of some kind. The original nucleus of Elohim actually is already three, and at least comprises a fourth element, which is first. We was already Elohim. Then we had love Elohim, and we also had love Lohem Elohim. Well, that's three. All my name, El Yahweh. So the nucleus is thought to be three, so we had to create the pi rule, which you heard of with Albert Einstein. E equals mc squared, sometimes they claim. No, so we used the Laplace transform and Laplace transfer, and we could teach about the family structure with man, woman, and baby. So it's called a banking system, that there could be many babies, I-E-S, babies, to establish what the nucleus is not. There's a creator, and a creator has a energy, too. And then there's a creation of a creator, three. All right. You're not first, second, or third, so I created the English language. Yahweh Elohim created the English language, first, second, and third person English, because you're not first, second, or third either. So there's a creator Elohim, there's a creator Lohem, and there's a creator named Love, Lohem Elohim, all me, El Yahweh. So in my banking system with the Rockafellow files, I had to learn how to become a person. And so I had to use all of my resources so that I could learn how to become a person in my own system. And so that's what I created calendars for. The first calendar month was October 1722 with the Titanic, where I, William Shakespeare, did do time travel from the first universe, where I was creating satellite and telescopes which now exist today, so that I could become a person, me. I am God, El Yahweh, love Elohim, myself. Rockafellow, I'm called now sometimes. And with third being first, name became very important with the word Elohim and the word Lohem, all belonging to me. My name is Love. And so Lohem Elohim is myself, the creator named Love. Well, now my name is El Yahweh. So I had to register my own word, G-O-D, which I could not use at all times to teach evolution, of which Granite Discovery of the banking system in 1938, which is for the United States actually, and America. Granite Discovery is about evolution. And while I was creating electronics, Frederick Douglass, that served with me, and also my servant, the Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall, of myself, the G-O-D, God, El Yahweh I am, creator of Lohem and Elohim, myself. Frederick Douglass created life so that we could register life force, that we needed to teach a different science of continuity of life. For me, Yahweh Elohim, to actually become a person. I already did exist. I'm the first Elohim with a body, but to become a person is to be able to share my name, Elohim. So I shared it with my English dictionary, but I had to spell it with a Hebrew spelling. And obviously the Bible had mentioned something about that. But I, Elohim, myself, I could never become a person with the Hebrew people, since the people of Israel only had me, God El Yahweh. And my name Yahweh actually ended the earth with the first earth of the Hebrew people. So my name Yahweh could not be trusted completely if it ended an entire civilization of people called the Hebrew people on the first earth. This is now the second planet, Venus, the planet of love, Elohim, my creation, Yahweh. So then my name Elohim was never known with my word God, El Yahweh, actually in spoken language. So I started doing all kinds of books, registered with Shakespeare, and Thomas Paine helped me, and Mark Twain helped me, and then eventually Edgar Allan Poe had some ghostwriters like Stephen King with Pet Sematary, and Langston Hughes. And by that time I was finished. I just needed my calendar structure to be completed with Frederick Douglass' concept of life. And so Frederick Douglass had to create the theory of poverty, which will reveal Jesus Christ is in your consciousness, which was the message of Buddy Bolden. Buddy Bolden is the one that we all was learning from with the body. Buddy Bolden created the first militias of the United States, called the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution now, and the Bill of Rights. That was Buddy Bolden. Buddy Bolden also created the first entertainment video and audio recorders. It did a few other things also that time would not allow me to permit. Now, the theory of poverty was to reveal Jesus Christ in a future of Frederick Douglass. And the theory of poverty first came from our wealth. So I owned all of the banks in the 1800s, me, David Banneker, Frederick Douglass, George Washington Carver with George Washington, Buddy Bolden, and Booker T. Washington. And then we had our business accountant, Calvin Trice Benson Murphy, who registered with Henry Ford Motors Company, and me. I am God El Yahweh, and the second creator Elohim, I am. Therefore, the nucleus was, we all had 4 names in the 1800s, and we all owned our own banking structure cycle. And we all